When arguing who was the first true American cartoon character to break out with a cult following, some linked the title as far back as 1895 to Richard F. Alcott's The Yellow Kid from the comic strip Hogan's Alley. But more famously, the honor often goes to Felix the Cat, created in 1919 by Otto Messmer and Pat Sullivan. And while the phenomenon of Mickey Mouse gained global popularity after his 1928 debut in Steamboat Willie, there are still some purists that quickly point to a forgotten icon: Sir Bigsby Fox.
Every animated character who ever existed will tell you Sir Bigsby Fox.
His was a great tragedy indeed, cheated of the recognition he so well deserved.
I love all animation. I love the old, the new, all the different styles, but it has to come with a great story, and there's no better story than Sir Bigsby's.
On August 7, 1927, Sir Bigsby Fox was introduced to American cinema in a short film titled Wake Up, Sir Bigsby, a full 2 years before the premiere of Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie. Wake Up was extensively used as a filler in theaters and were typically shown before the main feature film.
He's an OG-SAA, original straight-ahead animation, and as a history buff, I appreciate what young artists like Vanden Hogenboom were able to do back then with virtually no technology.
Created by Howard Vanden Hogenboom, Sir Bigsby Fox instantly became a fan favorite, and his popularity quickly skyrocketed.
He was quite dapper and a very sharp dresser, although it wouldn't have killed Vander Hogan whatever to draw the poor fox a nice pair of trousers.
By the end of 1927, only a few months after his debut, Sir Bigsby Fox was the most recognized animated character in America, surpassing Pat Sullivan's Felix the Cat and one of Walt Disney's first cartoon characters, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Of course, Mick's fame crossed the pond after Steamboat, but Brits had heard of Sir Bigsby Fox. In fact, many migrated to America hoping to see him and, of course, escape economic depression.
Look, I'm not sitting in this chair today if it wasn't for Sir Bigsby Fox, and it's sad that more people don't recognize his absolute greatness. Truly sad.
I'm flattered by it all, I am, but the reality is, I'm just a fox with no pants who slept on a pile of pancakes.
Investors pounced on the opportunity and secured the rights to Sir Bigsby Fox from a young and naive Vanden Hogenboom. While the details of the contractual and financial transaction have remained confidential to this day, some historians say Vanden Hogenboom apparently sold the rights for a year's supply of Cousin Jim's pancake mix.
I don't blame Howard. I mean, pancakes were like a drug to him, and they offered him a year's worth of Jacks. That's like 3 years' worth in today's world.
With the acquisition complete, investors rolled out their plans to fully monetize the name by placing the character's likeness on several home goods like vacuum cleaners, geometric pattern textiles, glass beaded chandeliers, and a variety of ingredients used to make bathtub gin. In a twist of irony, Sir Bigsby Fox's likeness was never featured on a box of Cousin Jim's pancake mix.
The truth is, me and Sonny were side characters, but it was all about the pancakes. He loved them, absolutely loved them, would sit there and sketch them all day.
As the name grew, development for a large amusement park was also in the works, with a target grand opening for the summer of '28. With nearly 200 acres purchased just outside Gravelbrook, Oklahoma, Funhouse of Pancakes was set to be the first theme park solely built around the concept of a cartoon character. But a profusion of complications delayed the project, the most glaring being that the rural land purchased was in central Oklahoma, the heart of Tornado Alley, where conditions lined up perfectly for severe storms. One contractor was quoted as saying, "We might as well build this thing in Oars, because that's where it will all end up anyway." When the park finally opened on February 14, 1929, 7 months behind schedule, confusion over the park's name resulted in a heavy influx of visitors expecting a grand breakfast diner that served actual pancakes, rather than a fun park featuring roller coasters and a trouserless dancing Volpes. With the disappointment of no flapjacks on the premises, and the constant anxiety of employees and patrons being swept up over the rainbow, the Funhouse of Pancakes closed its doors on April 2nd. After selling the rights to Sir Bigsby Fox, Vanden Hogenboom was never commissioned to create illustrations or animations of his original character. In fact, he stopped illustrating altogether, instead marrying the high school sweetheart of his friend's second cousin, Petunia Shufflebottom, who also had a high affinity for pancakes. Together, they opened a chain of restaurants that served nothing but biscuits and gravy. Just kidding, of course, pancakes. The investors tried to hire other artists to recreate Sir Bigsby's aesthetic charm, but none were able to truly capture the original vitality of the captivating fox as he first debuted back in August of 1927. This opened the door for other budding characters to take the spotlight, some going on to great stardom, sustained fame, and phenomenal fortune, perhaps the result of far better management and merchandising.
I'm not gonna waste my time chasing the tail of some rodent, and besides, Howard and I had our day in the sun.
Nearly all of the master drawings and animation reels for Sir Bigsby Fox were stored in an office trailer on the campus of the park, and when 3 tornadoes swept through the area later that year, all was lost in the wake of the destruction. Only a handful of draft sketches and 14 seconds worth of film have been preserved and kept at the Central American Illustrative Archives Institute in Delaware, Ohio.
Warhol said everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. Sir Biggs did it in 14 seconds, the best 14 seconds in the history of cinema.
It's a hell of a lot more than most. In fact, most characters never see the light of day, so I'm very grateful. He will forever be a treasure. Isn't that right, Jojo Bear?
He was just fun, you know, with the pancakes and the sun waking him up on the pancakes, rescuing pancakes from a train. He made pancakes fun.
You noticed the pastry, huh? Yeah, pancakes. I'm sick of the damn things. Sorry, Howard.
I may look old, but I was created in a much different era. His every movement was created by hand. Nowadays, you simply type in a prompt, and the next thing you know, I'm farting in a mall food court while eating a pretzel.
And she's just so attached to me, and I honestly can't stand how adorable she is sometimes. Oh, it's Sir Bigsby Fox, for sure, and it's not even close. Vanden Hogenboom is the pioneer of American animation. Everyone else owes him a huge debt of gratitude.
Yeah, we were the first to recreate the great train rescue in animation, except instead of rescuing a beautiful dame, I'm rescuing the damn pancakes.
Yes, I had a relations with Sir Bigsby, and we were engaged in a lustful affair that would have made Jack and Rose seem like pen pals.
Is it time for your pee-pees and poo-poos? Cecilia? Let Jojo out for her pee-pees and poo-poos.
Oh, of course I didn't. He was created 80 years before me, for heaven's sake. I'm not a panther.
Cecilia? I really hope Jojo isn't going on the travertine again. I'd hate to have to eat another housekeeper.